Hi everyone, Luis Concepcion here from Strategic Profit Line Trading, coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 42. Here's our agenda for the week. I'll cover the news, provide a market overview, and we are pretty much full back into earnings season. Got 406 companies reporting this week, and I'll do my best to provide with uh, more zones and opportunities that I think have the probability of hitting this week, and we'll move forward from there. Here's our results for week 41, provided 25 zones. We went 1-1, no entry 23. Those zones that didn't have no entry, you can pay attention to them again this week as they might occur and hit this week, in addition to the zones that I provide you with this week. Here's the earnings outlook for this week. Again, a lot of companies reporting earnings, and I will go ahead and provide you with about 20 to 25 new zones for the week. I went ahead and I added our 1-1 for the Domino's did work. Fast did the calls did fail, but if you did take a vertical, it worked. That trade did work in options. So if there's something if you want to learn how to go ahead and take opportunities and learn how to trade additional strategies, feel free to contact me to take a course. With that being said, I'm still marking this as a loss, and that brings us to the year of 82 and 9. Transitioning into the news, as you can see on Monday, there's nothing that's impacting the U.S. markets or the futures market and Forex. So be nothing to do on Monday. Moving on to Tuesday, as you can see, the Canadian dollar does have a couple of CPI reports in different areas. So be mindful of that. That's going to be before the market opens. So for those of you trading futures and Forex, be mindful that the Canadian dollar will be impacted in the morning and then nothing impacting the U.S. markets, and the British pound has their CPI after hours. As you can see on Wednesday, there's nothing impacting the markets, nor on Thursday, and it's because earnings is picking up into full gear, so that should bring enough volatility to the markets. And then on Friday, the euro will be affected and the British pound at the wee hours of the night. And that should do it for us. We also have PMI manufacturing. Not sure if they're going to release these CPI and PMI reports on Friday due to the government shutdown. They have not been releasing reports. So just be cognizant. The only day that we have that will be affecting the US stock market will be on Friday, and that's if the government reopens and releases these reports. Other than that, business as usual. Moving into the chart, starting with the SPX, there is no supply in the S&P 500. We did have a major catalyst last Friday, and the markets did drop. We covered half of that, and we are here stuck in the middle. With that being said, our last demand zone has worked and is no longer there. I'm staying. There is no supply here. There is on shorter time frames. For those of you who know how to trade the shorter time frame, go ahead and do so. But on the macro level, there is no supply in the S&P 500. With that being said, the first level I have for you is 6514.30 to 6476 on the SPX. The same level is on the S&P 500. In the event that this level fails due to some volatility, the next level I have for you is at 6416.45 to 6360. Moving on to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ being a little bit more weaker than the S&P 500. But again, no supply in the NASDAQ unless you're on a lower time frame. Once again, for those of you who know how to trade lower time frames, feel free to do so. First level I have for you on the NASDAQ is 23,877.55 to 23,668.99. Do not be surprised if we just move sideways for the next week due to the fact that for the Max 7 report in the last week of the month. Moving on to the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones a little weaker here. You see it reached this level, bounced out of here twice. So utilize this level with caution, 457.59 or 452.03. The level that I have next for you is at 444.28 to 437.97. No supply in the Dow Jones. Moving on to the good old mighty rut, who finally caught up and made its all-new time highs. This is the level I have for you, 2386.04 to 2327.5. Now, moving into earnings for the week. Starting with Monday after the market, the first company I have for you is Crown, ticker symbol CCK. No, first demand zone I have for you is 86.25 to 83 even. In the event that level fails, you see that we have a level here that worked previously. It's going to be the 78.11 to 75.15. On the supply side, 117.04 to 124.29. Then moving on to Tuesday morning, first company I have for you is Coca-Cola, ticker symbol KO. On the demand side, 64.13 to 62.28, and there is no supply as Coca-Cola made all-new time highs earlier this year at 74.38. Next company I have for you is Lockheed Martin, ticker symbol LMT. As you can see, this supply zone works, so utilize this with caution. However, that is the 508.33 to 520.72, as we have an additional supply level here at 534.24 to 546.98. On the demand side, 407.87 to 388.51. Next company I have for you is Raytheon, ticker symbol RTX. No supply. First demand zone I have for you is 130.39 to 123.54. Next company I have for you is Philip Morris. On the supply side, 177.37 to 181.39. On the demand side, 131.27 to 128.26, with a subsequent level at 124.08 to 122.31. Next company I have for you, Northrop Grumman, ticker symbol NOC, no supply, made all new time high here at 640. First demand level I have for you is at 527.84 to 511.64. Still on Tuesday morning, 3M, ticker symbol MMM. On the supply side, this is a larger time frame supply side from 162 to 162.27 to 184.03. You can see that this level has worked on numerous occasions and is holding 3M between these two zones. On the demand side, 139.46 to 134.75. Next company is GM, ticker symbol GM. On the supply side, 60.01 to 67.30. You can see that we have came into this level already and have retracted from it once already. And we have this demand zone here at 53.52 to 51.68. And GM has been trading in between these two ranges. This is a monthly zone. This is a daily zone. So utilize those zones accordingly. Next company I have for you is Equifax, ticker symbol EFX. On the supply side, 252.06 to 258.78. On the demand side, 187.37 to 178.51. Netflix is for my Mag 7 holders. So for those of you who would like to get information on the Mag 7, feel free to sign up for those weekly emails. Out of respect of my members, I'm going to skip Netflix at the moment. So moving on to ISRG. And this is Tuesday after the market. First supply level I have is 553.92 to 569.69. Be mindful that this level has worked on two numerous occasions. And on the demand side, 406.86 to 393.18. Next I have for you is Texas Instruments, ticker symbol TXN. On the demand side, 164.62 to 155.05. On the supply side, 211.91 to 216.07. Next company is Capital One, ticker symbol COF. No supply in Capital One. First demand level I have for you is at 170.69 to 155.81. Next company is East West Bank, ticker symbol EWBC. No supply on the demand side, 77.61 to 73.58. Moving on to Wednesday morning. First company I have for you is GE Vernova, ticker symbol VEV. No supply on the demand side. First demand level I have for you is 443.64 to 419.96. And this just caught my eye. And that's going to be 559.40 to 553.91. Next company I have for you, ticker symbol VRT. On the demand side, 128.06 to 118.43, no supply. Next company I have for you is AT&T, ticker symbol T. On the supply side, 28.28 to 30.05. Be mindful that this level has worked on numerous occasions. As you can see, once, twice, three, four, five times. So be mindful that this level may not work and it's been utilized quite a bit. However, it is the level that is still holding us to the upside. On the demand side, 24.58 to 24.08, and then a subsequent level at 22.79 to 21.78. Next company I have for you, Thermo Fisher, ticker symbol TMO. So for TMO on the supply side, 566.55 to 589.62. On the demand side, 428.17 to 400.34. Moving on to Wednesday afternoon, big catalyst might be Tesla here. However, again, out of respect of my members, that goes out every week. We'll not cover Tesla during the plan of the week. If you want information on how to receive that weekly email, feel free to email me, contact me, or check out my website. However, moving on to IBM, no supply on the demand side, 260.72 to 252.26. Next company I have for you is FCX. On the demand side, 34.10 to 32.04. And that is going to be Freeport McMorgan on Thursday morning. Next company, still on Thursday morning, is going to be Honeywell, ticker symbol HON. As you can see, we just touched this level during this past week, and we've bounced from it twice, so utilize this with caution. 201.11 to 191.86, and a subsequent level at 184.11 to 174.69. I was going to say there was no supply. However, there is. That level being 234.30 to 242.02. Next company I have for you is Hasbro, ticker symbol HAS. Supply here. Looks like we don't have supply. First demand level I have for you is going to be at 62.57 to 59.76. Next company is going to be T-Mobile, ticker symbol TMUS. As you can see, this is the spot level we have. This level has already worked once, so be mindful of that. 257.84 to 264.21 on the supply side. On the demand side, 216 to 208.46. Next company I have for you, Southwest Airlines, ticker symbol LUV. On the supply side, 36.50 to 37.98. On the demand side, 26.72 to 25.80. Moving on to Thursday afternoon, first company I have for you is Intel, ticker symbol INT. On the demand side, 34.62 to 33.94. Be mindful that this is a lower time frame level and a subsequent level at 30.12 to 28.70. The government has been pouring money into this company. However, be mindful that this company does not, their financials do not look good. So be mindful of that. And this might get started treated like a meme stock. On the supply side, 42.63 to 46.85. Next company I have for you, Alaska Airlines, ticker symbol ALK. On the demand side, 44.40 to 41.82. As you can see on the supply side, this level worked on numerous occasions. That is going to be 64.86 to 66.89, with a subsequent level at 69.58 to 73.91. Next company I have for you is Decker's Brand, ticker symbol DEC, DEC. On the demand side, 86.96 to 80.14. On the supply side, 122.74 to 133.79. As you can see, this level has worked once and twice. Moving on to Ford, ticker symbol F. On the supply side, 13.57 to 14.19. We realize there is a subsequent level here at 14.93 to 15.40. On the demand side, 971 to 920, with a subsequent level at 860 to 736. Moving on to Friday, Procter & Gamble. So as you can see, this level has worked and it's bounced off of this past week. That's the 148.21 to, let's call it 146 even, with a subsequent level at 146 to 144. And if this level does not hold, we have a level down here at 135.36 to 130.85. So please utilize this level from 148 to 144 with caution. On the supply side, 162.04 to 163.92. Last company I have for you is going to be Booz Allen Hamilton, and it is sitting in this zone 98.73 to 87.65 on the demand side, 126.69 to 130.91 on the supply side. That's gonna do it for me in the charts this week. If you like this content, feel free to hit that like button and or subscribe button. If you want information on the Mag 7, feel free to check out the website and sign up for the Mag 7 to get that weekly email. And its earnings this season is in full gear. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me. Until then, next time, happy trading.